One of the UFO stories that we've all heard about is the crash at Roswell, New Mexico. Do you talk about this in the book?
Oh, I have a chapter on it, Martin. And I see that as absolutely pivotal. And let's see, I don't want to go into too much detail. It's a very complicated story. But let us say that it erupts right after the beginning of the modern UFO era in the summer of 1947. The UFO era began when a private pilot named Kenneth Arnold saw 9 shining objects going over the Cascade Mountains of Washington, like saucers skipping over water. That was his image. And the press turned that into flying saucers. About 2 weeks after Arnold's experience, on the 8th of July, 1947, the public information officer at Roswell Army Airfield in New Mexico proudly announced that the intelligence office of their group had retrieved a landed disc. It's interesting, he didn't say crashed, he said landed. And that the disc was being shipped to higher authorities in Fort Worth for examination. That was early on the afternoon of July 8th. Late on that afternoon, the higher authorities in Fort Worth declared that the whole thing was nothing but a weather balloon. And the incident, and this is something most people don't realize, the incident slid into obscurity, forgotten by nearly everyone. For the next 30 years, no one would hear about Roswell. And then in 1978, it reemerged, this time with a new detail, crucial, that was not part of the original Roswell story, and that is that the disc had crashed and the bodies of small alien entities were found in it. And it's in that form that the Roswell myth spread over the world. Now, what is that myth about?
Mm-hmm.
I would say the myth is about death.
Mm-hmm.
I've written at one point that the Greeks imagined that the gods were immortal. The ufologists know better. Greek mythology missed out on that one. And the UFO myth recognizes that even the gods or the godlike beings that in our pride we imagine ourselves to be are mortal. At bottom, I think the UFO is about death, the ultimate alien that we cannot imagine. Try to imagine yourself being dead.
Right.
You can't, and I can't either. At the same time, it's an alien that's born with us and grows up with us, that shares our space every day of our lives. The intimate alien.